assassination. There was a video
Update
that
on
was
Savannah
released by the
Guthrie's mother.
FBI of Tyler James Robinson, and that was his family recognized him. So it is not about the universe of the public knowing, it's about those people who have a direct connection who can help law enforcement move this forward.
Kelly, thank you. Tom, before we go to break, there's always debate inside law enforcement about whether to put things like this out there in the public realm. What do we know about how long it took for the FBI to kind of come to this decision? I think you said they were working
the way and then hopefully trigger the kind of information that gets them to the next point. So this is an intentional move to try to interface with the public for an ongoing investigation that is certainly national and international in scope. We know that there is attention paid to this around the world. Savannah was born in Australia. The Australian media has a great interest in this. That's just one example. So a global approach. People are interested and concerned. Clearly, the perpetrator here that's depicted, or the subject that's depicted in the images, is likely known to someone here. So can they get information? So this is another step in the outreach, and it is part of the approach trying to use the modern tools that people live with every day, a world of opportunities in the hands of users on their phones, at their desks, and so forth. So that's the purpose here. And the hope is that these images give them a next step so they can find maybe the path of a vehicle, the path of where this individual seen on the camera might have been going, where he's from, had he been seen in the vicinity beforehand, all of those kinds of things that can help to link important details and make them clues that law enforcement can pursue. Kate?
And Kelly, I know you have some new reporting about FBI Director Kash Patel, that he actually was in Tucson.
That's right. He had planned travel for a law enforcement engagement that had nothing to do with the Guthrie case, that was on his schedule for some period of time. It happened to be in this area. And when he came to Arizona, by virtue of the fact that so many resources have been diverted here from Phoenix and from other agencies across the Bureau, different field offices in the region, and those personnel from headquarters who have come in, that he wanted to be at the command center where the work is being done. So sources familiar with his travel tell us that he was able to do that and is directly involved in this. We've also learned that the president has kept in touch with the facts of this case and the developments on a daily basis. White House officials have confirmed that today. Caroline Leavitt spoke to it at the White House briefing, that the president, she and the president had looked at the images. There's a high degree of interest. The president had phoned Savannah Guthrie to make a connection with her personally, to offer the federal resources. They, of course, have encountered each other through our jobs over the years. So there are dimensions of this that are much beyond the immediate environment of Arizona. High profile, high stakes. Clearly, those in the Bureau that I've been in touch with today feel a real sense that this is an important shift, and there's a real sense of kind of accomplishment that this development has happened. Some of those I have been in touch with talked about that, working through the night to make these images accessible, and then to turn them into not just still images, but to get the video extracted, and then to be able to get that video in a form where it was then postable so that the whole world can see it. And that's the point where we are now. So exhaustive work, a lot of pressure here on everyone, and at a time when the family has been waiting for some movement, today there's at least something that they can put their prayers and their hopes behind, and that's part of the public appeal that we're seeing play out.
Kelly, thank you so much. Dana, let me bring you in now. I know you've been in Tucson, I don't know how many days now. You've been there since almost the beginning. Talk about what you're hearing from the community.
I want to go to Grizzly True Crime. Hold on, y'all.
Yet, hit the subscribe, like, and share.
This Grizzly True Crime.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another live stream with me, Gisela K. This is Grizzly True Crime. We are back to talk about Nancy Guthrie's case. A missing 84-year-old woman last seen January 31st of 2026 at her home after she was dropped off after having dinner with her family, and she was reported missing the next day, February 1st. I'm sure we're all aware of the timeline now. If you're not, I put out a video today going over the whole timeline, the investigative timeline, and it's interesting because now they've released photos of a potential subject. Now, I find the wording interesting. They're not saying potential suspect, even though obviously it is. They're saying potential subject, and I'm like, okay. So the picture, it is frightening. Okay, the pictures are frightening, and let's see what the Pima County Sheriff's Office said. Welcome, everyone. Please like and share everyone's social media so they know we're live right now. I know the whole world is live right now talking about this, so make sure that the Grizzlies know, hey, we're live, and they must come and watch with us over here. All right. Keep me posted on email as well. Okay, I'm monitoring that. So let me show you this quickly. Let me resize that for you so you can actually read it. One second, please. They said, this is from the Pima County Sheriff's Office, that they just posted to X just a few minutes ago. Okay. Chris Nanos, sheriff. And he said, over the last 8 days, the FBI and the Pima County Sheriff's Department have been working closely with our private sector partners to continue to recover any images or video footage from Nancy Guthrie's home that may have been lost, corrupted, or inaccessible due to a variety of factors, including the removal of recording devices. The video was recovered from residential data located in back-end systems. You see? Uncle Google's gonna get you, and you know who else? The FBI is gonna get you. So they said, working with our partners, as of this morning, law enforcement has uncovered these previously inaccessible new images showing an armed individual appearing to have tampered with the camera at Nancy Guthrie's front door the morning of her disappearance. Anyone with information is asked to contact 1-800-CALL-FBI or the numbers on the screen, right? Are you ready to see the images? Here we go. Image number 1. So it is from the Nest cameras, and even though the sheriff said, Sheriff Nanos said, no, they couldn't recover it. There was no subscription, and it was just like, recording over itself. Well, back-end systems, you said. That is frightening. My goodness, just look at that. So, I don't know. Tell me what you think about this. I mean, this person came prepared. You can see that, right? They've got a balaclava on, a very distinct backpack, black gloves, and then, I don't know, jeans and tennies, it looks like, hey. Okay, are you ready for the next picture? How many of you are here? Okay, are you ready to see the next picture? We'll go over them again. That is so scary. Oh my goodness. Okay, I should actually say trigger warning, because holy crap. And here's those little, remember we talked about the little flowers that were like on the floor? I think it is from the wreath that was on her door, which it looks like from this, right? Is that what this would be? Because we saw the blood drops, and then there were flowers on top of the blood drops, which interesting as well. Here's little flowers. So, yeah. Carol said so she wouldn't recognize him. And CatFab said holding a gun. Let's have a look at that first picture again. Is it? Oh my word. Yeah, please give me all your input. Tell me what you see. Okay, now we go to the next picture. We've got this one, which shows us some very thin eyebrows, hey, for a man. Right? Look at the eyebrows. Oh my goodness. Debbie MS said Mike Ruiz just posted video surveillance. Thank you so much for your sticker. I really appreciate it. We will go to Mike Ruiz's post next, okay? So hold on 1 second. Ooh, the FBI is also posting things. Okay, don't worry, we're getting there. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, next picture. Sure. Okay.
Oh, Lord, it's gonna rain outside too.
Yeah. Is this holding a gun? Is that what this is? Wow. Wow, okay. Yeah, someone said eyebrows again. Gonna get you. We'd see a mustache as well in some of the pictures there. Is that it for these pictures? Really? You released how many pictures? Here. Let's go to, they said there are no press briefings planned at this time. Sheriff Nanos is not conducting one-on-one interviews. If and when a press conference is scheduled, we'll notify the media and email our page. Okay, cool. So if I go to, wait, I want to find Mike Ruiz's. There we go. We go to his page. It says more images and video. Oh my gosh, they got the video as well. FBI Director Kash Patel, there he is. Okay, there's
Idiot.
rumor of him going to Arizona as well. It says additional recovered images from the same camera at Nancy Guthrie's front door. So if you guys didn't know, this is from her front door. Okay, and so it says additional recovered images from the same camera at Nancy Guthrie's front door the morning of her disappearance, including 2 videos of the individual. Anyone with information, contact 1-800-CALL FBI or visit. Okay, so here's another image. Just go this way. Okay. Oh my word, that is so scary. Because this would have been at like, you know, at 1:47 a.m. the doorbell camera was disconnected. Okay, here's the video. Wow. Okay, I just want to quickly let everyone know as well. Lisa says, can you imagine waking up to that? So creepy. Thanks for being all over it, G. Thank you so much for your support. Hold on 1 second, please. Carlos said play the video. That's what I'm doing. I'm playing the video. Yeah, you could see there's like a, for a second there you see the moustache and beard, right? Look at the gloves. Wow, let's see another one. Here's more, here's more. My goodness. I'm so glad that we're able to recover this. Right? They're taking the flowers. Or some sort of flowers. What the heck is going on here? What are you doing, dude? He just picked those flowers, says Jess. Stefan said that looks like a holster he's wearing. Let me quickly do this. Wow. It's a 14-second video, this one. So that's what we have there. Let's look at the other video again. All right. Sorry for my typing noises. Just quickly I have to do something here while we... Oh my word. Oh yeah, I see. He literally just picked those flowers. Okay. Veruca Salt Bomb said he grabbed the weeds from the rock garden. And Betsy said he's trying to cover the screen on camera. What a dumbass. Look at his backpack as well. I mean, they should be able to... Like that. Look there. Wow, if anybody recognizes this person, you gotta call in the tip line, right? You gotta call in the tip line. This is hectic. You guys are like, OMG, this is hectic. I know, right? Okay. Quickly go over here. Don't worry, we're gonna get all the updates for you now. Quickly go like that. Okay. I can't believe it. Hot Dragon's Fire said, look closely at the eyes. They are wearing a mask. Do you think it's one of those, you know those masks, it's so scary actually, it looks almost like a stocking that you can just put on your face and it looks like a face, right? You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? It could be one of those even under the balaclava, as you say. You said, look closely at the eyes, they're wearing a mask. Interesting, thank you so much. Yeah, Kathleen said that backpack looks pretty specific. Damn, the holster's right in front there. Who is this? And why are they taking a granny? Someone said, is that the back door? And this is the front door, I think, right? So based on the house we've seen and everything, I think this is at the front door. Yeah, with a path here. There's little steps going down there. There's the mailbox. Let's pause it here. Wait, just here. Just before that. There. My goodness. I mean, let's zoom in. I mean, it looks like it could even be female. Based on... It might not be. I'm just saying it could be. It could be female based on the eyebrows, the build, this... I don't know what's going on with the beard here. Is it real? Is it not? Is it drawn on? I don't know, but what the hell? Someone says no Amazon package. Good point as well. Good point. Yeah, Birdie says the eyes look feminine. Oh my goodness. Okay. So thank you for being here with me as we explore this breaking news. It's literally just out now. So I'm seeing it for the first time with you as well. Kristen said this is so creepy. My heart is pounding so fast. It's really scary, right? Thank you so much for your support. Let's see it from the beginning again, this video. Sure. Yeah, dumbass caught on camera. But a potential subject is what they're calling this, not even a suspect. Potential subject. The FBI and the Pima County Sheriff's Office would like more information about this. I can't believe they picked those little flowers and things and then...
Now, here's a question I got. Why did it take them 10 days to put out a picture of the suspect? It took them 10 days when they most likely had this information from the get-go. It makes no sense.
They are doing this, right? Okay. You guys are saying chilling. There's only one guy. Yeah, it looks like there's only one person caught on camera here. Again, for those of you who missed it, Cash Patel,
I'll be right
FBI
back,
director,
y'all.
said additional recovered images from the same camera at Nancy Guthrie's front door the morning of her disappearance, including 2 videos of the individual. And here they also said new images, okay? So here's the new images that they have released from Nancy Guthrie's front door. So this would have been February 1st of 2026. And do you remember the timeline? I always got a timeline for you, so don't you worry about that. Always have a timeline. Hold on one second. Okay, we went over that. This is from a video that I put out for you guys today. There you go. Okay, so this would be at 1:47 a.m. the doorbell camera disconnects. So that would be probably at 1:47 a.m. And then at 2:12 a.m., 25 minutes later, software detects a person on camera. No video available, no subscription. Well, here's some video. Jeannie says, we all need a panic room. Thank you so much for your support. And then at 2:28 a.m., so between the time software detects a person on camera and the pacemaker app for Nancy showing a disconnect from her phone, that's 16 minutes. But if you look at all this activity probably happening between 1:47 a.m. and 2:28 a.m. So I'm guessing this person was covering the camera with the flowers and apparently removed the cameras. That is why they haven't caught. I wonder if they have audio though of Nancy being taken. Wow, okay, so let's go like this. I'll zoom out so that you can see that, or I'll actually just move it down so that you can see very clearly. We're zooming into this face now. Wow, just can't believe the brows. Could be a face, a mask, like someone said a mask, look there. Weird. Okay. Okay, so we've got that. Sure. Here we can see their mouth a little bit closer. Let's have a look. Zoom in. Okay. Mindy Mouse said that's how Nancy's blood got in that area. Came off the this is the subject, the glove. I don't know. Because this was before, I would think. I think this is before. We actually don't know. There's no timestamps on here, so let me not say that. We don't know the exact timestamp. They just said this is from Nancy Guthrie's front door. And it says new images in the search for Nancy Guthrie. Over the last 8 days, the FBI and the Pima County Sheriff's Department have been working closely with our private sector partners to continue to recover any images or video footage from Nancy Guthrie's home that may have been lost, corrupted, or inaccessible due to a variety of factors, including the removal of recording devices. The video was recovered from residual data located in back-end systems. Working with our partners, as of this morning, law enforcement has uncovered these previously inaccessible new images showing an armed individual appearing to have tampered with the camera at Nancy Guthrie's front door the morning of her disappearance. So at least they are saying the morning of her disappearance, right? So it's not like it, because I started wondering now, well, could it be from weeks before? Could it have been like, if they say from back end residual, or that could it have been from another time? No, from the morning of her disappearance. If you have any information, call 1-800, call FBI. Natalie Brown said, could it be the rim of glasses instead of eyebrows? To me, it looks like eyebrows, right? But I mean, it could be. I don't know. That's why we're all here, looking at this together for the first time, saying, what is going on here? I can't believe they recovered these images after all this press conference saying, sorry, there's just nothing. The cameras were removed. They eventually admitted that, yeah, the cameras weren't there. Okay. And you couldn't get the footage because the subscription wasn't paid. Come on, man.
Yeah, that
However,
makes no sense.
thank goodness the FBI is
That
involved, because I
makes
think they help
no
a lot with this kind of thing.
sense.
It's, no, Itty Bitty Nitty Jesser said brows are just cut off by the brim of the eye hole. Okay, man, they still look very, very thin. The person looks almost feminine to me, but who knows? Some of you are saying more feminine eyes, in my opinion. And as for the build, I don't know what to say about that, but there's no, I don't know how to say, there's no breasts that I could see. I think it's probably a man. But if this turns out to be the person that they eventually find and arrest, oh, we're going to snark at it. We're going to snark at it, because what the hell, even this is already, it's so scary. So there's the video again, if you didn't see it. That's just so scary to see how prepared this person was. I mean, they've got the entire kit on.
Yeah,
Gloves,
basically.
backpack, they're armed. It's just interesting clothing choice, but okay. CM Cake said, looks like a full mask under the sky mask. Melissa says, working hard behind the scenes. Susan says, probably a unibrow. Here's another one. Kristen says, I see a moustache. Stella says, have you got a picture of the son-in-law? Look at the eyes. I don't want to do that. Thank you so much, Stella.
Yeah, they're saying
I
this
don't want
is
to put pictures
son-in-law,
next to it, because then people
but
will
there's
just
no
be like,
proof
oh,
of
it's
it.
definitely him, or it's not him, or whatever. I don't want to be part of that. I just want to look at this, see if anyone recognizes this person. As we've learned in other cases, once you put a picture next to, let's say this, I mean, it could look very similar, even with 50 of them, right? 50 different people. Blue R says, what is a balaclava? Well, we'll go with a balaclava. It's a face covering. A burglar mask. So this is, he's got his burglary outfit on. But it doesn't, we don't know if he took anything or not. He, they, whoever. This is a potential subject. That's all they say. Let me quickly check the news. Just hold on one second. Okay, so Fox News says photos released. What else do they say? This is the breaking news now. This is everything that's going on. So let's just quickly see. The FBI have released images of a masked person in the hunt for news anchor Savannah Guthrie's mother. Officials are seeking to identify the individual who they say was armed more than 8 days after 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie disappeared from her home. Well, we're on day 10 of the search for her, right? Savannah Guthrie said on Monday that her family believes their mother's still alive and issued a note on X. We've read that already. And the FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for any information. That's what it is. Those are the words I'm looking for. Feedmeister said, yes, slippery slope. I'm not getting into that slippery slope. Oh, hell no. A ski mask is like a balaclava. A ski mask, a ski mask or face covering where your eyes and your mouth are exposed and everything else is covered up. That's what that would be. Just Emmy said to me, they look feminine and they have a lot of layers on to look larger along with two masks. I mean, it could be that as well. I really appreciate all your thoughts. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you for your support. Just when we don't know if there's going to be any news today, what's going to happen, right? This is huge news right now. Ether Bunny said these images will help a lot, in my opinion. I think so too. I think this is a huge break in the case. I think getting this out, especially this case has a lot of eyes on it, and getting this out there with this person with a freaking torch in their mouth, yeah, whoever recognizes this person, if you think you recognize this person, oh, you got to call in the tip line, do the right thing, right? Okay, so I'm sure while you look at that, I don't want to take this off the screen because I'm sure many of you just want to continue to see it, right? I just want to keep checking the news so that we make sure that you get everything. Let's go like this. Michael Ruiz. Let's refresh his one. Mia Shell said there's a black thin lining around the eye holes of the balaclava, under the eyes too. Thank you so much. I can't wait to read all your comments because I definitely don't have enough eyes to see everything that you guys are saying. Ellie said, pick flowers to cover a camera? Didn't know it was there. Not a smart one, this one, hey? Even though they're just a potential subject right now. Mind your business. I wonder if they have any footage of them leaving home. That's what I was wondering too, but probably not if they covered it, right? Okay. Let's see what Randy says.
All right, Randy, so the FBI just released these surveillance images from Nancy Guthrie's doorbell camera showing someone in a ski mask at her front door the night she went missing. What do you make of these photos?
Well, first of all, I'm really encouraged because this is the first really big lead in this case that we have been made aware of. Now, the clothing is really unusual. The massive gloves that he had on, he wasn't taking any chance with fingerprints. And so that's significant. It also looks like, I can't be 100% sure, but it looks like he's got a gun as well. It looks like a holster and the butt of a weapon sticking out. The ski mask, of course, is to cover his features. But look at his clothing too. It almost appears that he's got something under the clothing, and it's a possibility that what is under that clothing is body armor. So this is a really significant break in this case.
It is.
And
Very
from
much
the clothing,
so.
there may be someone that may be able to identify it, but this is a big lead.
Very
It is a big lead. Grizzly Grandma said they could have found events on Nancy's phone. Well, they did. That's what the timeline was about, right? They just said they weren't able at that time. They weren't able to recover any of the video, but clearly now with the FBI's help, they were able to. This is a retired Las Vegas Police Lieutenant Randy Sutton. I was just playing that from X for you guys. Cherry said the door cam LED light is reflected off the mouth area, so mask under ski mask. Could be. You said hope for Nancy. Yes. Okay, let's see more images and video. We've seen that. We can watch it again one more time if you want. So let's break these down. Clothing brand. Ever seen a mask like that before? What's that by his groin? Oh, and that's a holster, right? It looks like one. It looks like one. I mean, this clothing brand, yeah, you could see that it could actually be a brand. I mean, oh my goodness. Whoever this might turn out to be. If they catch them, oh my word, what a dumbass. Okay, anyway, sorry. I hope Nancy's okay. So there, yeah, you could definitely, this looks like, I mean, you could see it's a gun, right? I'm not just like seeing anything. You could see it, you could see it. Whew. The gloves. Might even be wearing multiple layers of gloves, right? Lexi says, flashlight in the mouth, guys, not a mask. It looked like they had a flashlight in their mouth, yes, indeed. Okay. Lucy Kate said his backpack is packed to the gills. I mean, yeah, that backpack is full. That's why they did say before they release these images that the FBI is going to release images of a potential subject who might be carrying tools. But with all these, if this person, whoever they might be, has tools in that backpack, really? You're going to be fiddling around with flowers? Okay. Just like, wow, okay. Anyway. So what is going on here? Eyes, facial hair, what other clues? Yeah, okay, no press briefings planned. Breaking, new images released in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. Okay, so we've seen them, right? We've seen them. There's not too much else I can tell you besides looking at these images over and over again. And I know we're probably all gonna be zooming in and being like, oh my word. Adelaide said, I'm sure the FBI is on to him or her. I'm just as sad it took so long. Prayers for Nancy and his family. Thank you for your sticker. I mean, maybe it took so long to release it to the public. It doesn't mean that the FBI didn't have it when they were involved early already. Things do take time, but it's only day 10. I think in the grand scheme of things, it's not that long. I feel like, everybody wants instant results these days, and these things just take time. Through search warrants, and everything. I know they went to Annie's house. It was a consented search. They didn't need search warrants for that. But let's say for these cameras and to make sure that they can have a successful prosecution, because it'll lead there, even if they find Nancy, well, somebody's going to get prosecuted for what they did here, right? Okay. Lucy Kate said, please, please, please let Nancy be okay. I really hope so. I think she's a strong lady. I know they said she can't walk unassisted with more than 50 yards and all of that. But she's so active in her community. She's in the gardening group. She's in the Mahjong gaming group. I don't know if you guys saw my video that I made for you today, which is about Nancy's church. How do I call it? I was going to say situation. It's not a situation. She was meant to go to a friend's house to watch online church, a New York church, the one that her daughter Savannah goes to. And it's because she didn't rock up at the friend's house physically that the friend was worried and called Annie that day and said, well, I can't get hold of her and she hasn't shown up for church, because a whole little group of friends would meet and watch this online church together. So that is what happened there. I'm so glad we have clarity on that, because some of that started not making much sense, right? Okay. So, you want to see the photos one more time, everyone? One more time, and then make sure there's a playlist for you. It's already linked in the description box. I'll link it in the pinned comment for you. And please do go watch today's video as well, so that you can get all caught up, because I shared a whole bunch over there, the investigative timeline and things, that would have... here we are now. I was saying at the end of that video today, what's going to happen today on day 10, Tuesday, the 10th of February of 2026, and damn, hours later, here we are. Lexi said, I'm pretty sure Lady Nancy was giving this one some knock on the head with her walking cane. She is a grizzly. I think so too. I think she's feisty and a fighter. And her family also describes her as a very strong woman. Leader Life said, Gisela, that in my opinion is definitely a woman or a very strangely built guy from your fellow South African. Thank you so much for being a member. I missed it. I belong 35 months. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Okay, one more time. Here we go. This picture, oh my word, it's so scary to see that. Look at this. What in the hell? Where are the eyes now? It just didn't catch it under this light, huh? That's a scary picture. They all are frightening. There's the video. Wow, they've shared images and video. So make sure, wherever you see it, okay, any channel, any social media, share it, because the more people that see it, the better. I know there's a lot of eyes on this case, but this person needs to be identified. The FBI wants to talk to you. The police would like to talk to you. Where the heck are they? Wow. Do you remember the little flowers that we talked about? Let me see if I still have this here. Hold on one second. Do I? Where'd the clips go? Okay, hold on one second. Is it this? Could be. Let's quickly see this.
Nancy, a white female, 84 years, 7 each, 5 medium build, Pineapple blue.
Shame. Okay, we've covered this before. I just want to go to, and we've covered the messages the family shared. Here. This is when Brian Enton walked up to the door. You can see the cameras then removed, which I wonder if they went back later and removed the camera, or did they? Because, I mean, they didn't look like they were removing the camera right then and there. They were trying to cover it with friggin' flowers and fiddling around. I wonder if they went there afterwards, right? That's pretty scary as well. Okay. Objection Cake said, the first pic, where's the gun and reflector? Second person? I mean, there's all kinds of potential, but they said a person. They said, including 2 videos of the individual. The FBI is calling it the individual. So I don't think there's a second person, in my opinion, based on what the FBI is saying, right? So, yeah, these are the little flowers we talked about last time. And the blood on the ground, which was DNA tested and proven to be Nancy's. See, there we go. You guys were saying, that it's on top of the blood drop, so... Maybe it fell down at some point, right? It must have fallen down afterwards. It must have fallen down. Especially if they went through that front door. Wow. Okay, well now we can see where the flowers came from. We can literally see it on video. Court Lurker said, I've heard you need a certain tool to take a Ring or Nest camera down. Maybe that's why they're having issues with getting it off. I mean, yeah. They didn't seem to be trying too hard in the video we've seen so far, but maybe that is why. So here again, here we go. And there's no sound to these videos, by the way. M.L. Smith, thank you so much for your $4.99 sticker. Sheila said, change my mind on going out the back, forgot the blood. Okay, and let's see this one as well before that. Here we go. And then we can find all this. I also have shared it on social media, on my X page and everything. So, yes. Okay. So, hang in there with me. These flowers, you see it, so they grabbed these flowers, which we then, I think they look the same as the ones that are found on the ground. So it's not from a wreath on the door. It's from literally this person taking it from the garden and trying to put it on the camera. Like a dumbass. And then the blood
Which
drops
made
on the
no
floor, but the
sense.
flowers are on top, which you guys pointed out, because I was saying maybe someone brought flowers to the door. Turns out that's true, but not in the same context I meant it. I thought maybe somebody was like bringing flowers and pursuing Nancy or something, but oh, they literally grab flowers like this? So then they must have gone out this front door and there's blood drops there. And Nancy was using blood thinners, I think, because she had high blood pressure. And so you could see in some of her pictures she had like band-aids and things. So, you know, she's 84 years old. If you just grabbed her arm too hard, or if she was struggling, you know, struggling with this person, then that could have caused an injury to make those blood drops. So then by then closing the door, if they closed the door, because I don't know in what condition Annie and her husband found the home. You know what I mean? Like, was the front door open? Was it not? That's all been very much in the speculation category. We don't know that quite yet, right? Nojo said new video out. Is there now another video out? Or are we talking about this? I'll look. I'm gonna look at it. Just hold on. Is there another video? More video. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Noto. Oh my word. Even how they walk. One has to look at how they walk. Everything they're doing. This, oh wow. Okay, thank you so much. Let's quickly have a look at what else. See, we can't go yet. Okay, additional recovered footage from the same camera at the same timeline, the morning of Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. This footage is just before the original shared with the individual approaching Nancy Guthrie's front door, which will probably be, there's a time when the doorbell camera was then disconnected at 1:47 a.m. And the timeline is important because a lot of people say that this person spent 41 minutes, they actually say 45, 41 minutes according to the timeline in the house. No. The front doorbell camera, disconnected. And then 25 minutes later, person detected on camera. And then 16 minutes later, Nancy's pacemaker app disconnected. She disconnected from her phone, the pacemaker and the phone, right? So that is an interesting timeline because this is just before. FBI Director Kash Patel says this footage is just before the original video shared. So this would be chronologically the first one that they have, right? I know that some of you might be like, timelines again. I freaking love timelines. And I like accurate timelines, right?
After we're done with this clip, we're going to go back to NBC News and listen to what they got. Because this whole, the way they doing this case makes no sense to me. I'm sorry.
First, does he think he's evading the camera by slouching? Lol, weirdo. Especially because if that's one of the first ones, and then we go to this. Wait. Who is that picture? Okay. Dude, we can see you. Someone says, why does the mouth glow? I think they've got a torch in their mouth. You know, like if this was a torch and they're just holding the torch in their mouth because they need their hands, you know what I mean? To be busy with these cameras. Yeah. Okay, so we've seen that. Chronologically, we're looking at these now. Oh, the slouching. Marie said, package standing up against the wall. That could be very much unrelated, but you never know. You never know, right? Pernell said, wouldn't surprise me if it's two men. But they did say an individual, so I'm going to go with that. But you never know. It wouldn't surprise me either. if it's two people, two men, a man and a woman, I don't know, or an individual is what the FBI is saying. Little Busy Brains, welcome. I'll quickly show you this. If you just look at this here, this is the playlist that I've made for you, which is the Nancy Guthrie case, right? There you go, missing Nancy Guthrie, Arizona. We're live right now. This video I made for you today, 3 hours ago, as you can see, what happens next, the whole investigative timeline, even to get to know a little bit more about Nancy. Who is Nancy? Who is she? Where was she born? All of that, right? So you can check out this video, and there's an investigative timeline and all that, and then also with some my speculation on that this could end up being someone who worked on the home, because see, DNA samples are being collected from Nancy's hired help. That's one of the latest as well. You got to go check that out if you haven't seen it, because that is what was posted earlier as well. Michael Ruiz actually shared that as well. No press briefings, we know that. What does it say? Nanos responded Monday to criticism of the Guthrie investigation, arguing that they lack insight into the full scope of the work involved. All right. They can question the quality of the investigation. That's their right. Nanos told Green Valley News, but I would tell them this, that they haven't a clue what this investigation has entailed. They don't know all the efforts that we put into it. I can only imagine, right? So it was, right, wait, I want to find it for you. There's Josh Ritter. Hello, Josh. That's our friend. Okay, so here it said, new this morning, Fox News Digital has learned that some of Nancy Guthrie's hired help, like a landscaper, pool cleaner, etc., are submitting DNA samples. It's significant because it reveals that they did get some DNA from inside the home or from the collection of evidence at the scene, says Randy Sutton, a retired Las Vegas police lieutenant and founder of the Wounded Blue. So now they're going to be comparing that DNA to either eliminate individuals or obtain information about them. So that's the first thing that we saw happen today. And then hours after that was like, whoa, they're going to release images? Oh my goodness, they're actually going to release images of a potential subject, which, interesting wording again. So have a look at it. I will link articles and things for you as well, but I'm sure you can find this everywhere, right? You can find this all over social media. I'm sharing it as well. Because the most important thing, our job is not to be detectives and figure out who that is unless you actually recognize the person. Our job is to share this far and wide, remind people what the tip line is. There's a $50,000 reward for information leading to finding Nancy, I would say, and or probably the arrest of a person, but they need to know what happened to Nancy. $50,000 reward. You can call 1-800-FBI, and these images, these videos need to be shared far and wide, because if somebody knows them, even if they don't live in Arizona, maybe they're just somewhere else because they put up digital billboards in other places, other states, surrounding states, right? Well, if they see this and they recognize them, they're going to have to call it in. And that's what our job would be. On social media, I think our job is to help the police to get the information out, right? Not to try to solve the case. They're going to solve the case. Okay, so there you go. All right, well, let me quickly check. One more time. Okay. Let's see if he uploaded even another video. Okay, we've got the original, we've got that one. We've looked at the newest video and everything. If there's anything else, I'll put in the pinned comment for you. Salty struggle said, it seems the person might be left-handed. I'm left-handed myself, and a lot of it would apply to me. Interesting. Let's look at that one more time then. Damn it, that's interesting. Okay, wait. I see what you mean. Yeah, they're using their right hand, but let's see. Could be. Especially the way that the gun was, right? Let's go back to here. I'll see what you mean. Could be. Thank you so much. Now, please leave some comments below, because I certainly can't see all your comments at one time, and I really want to read. I can watch the live chat replay, yes, but I want to read your comments. I want to be able to respond to them after this live stream has ended. What we're going to do now is redirect to, I just want to see quickly what's happening here. We're going to redirect to a premiere that I've got planned for later. If there's any more breaking news, I might have to postpone that.
I'm just gonna go to NBC News.
For later. If there's any more breaking,
I'm gonna go ahead to NBC News.
Just like you were talking about earlier, did you see anybody walking in the neighborhood? Did you notice anybody who might have been camped out? Did you notice anything like that? In the night before, the day before, was anybody out in the woods? Did you see anybody walking back there? Just trying to glean extra information, showing the photograph specifically. We can track down clothing, and I've tracked down the bomb components and gun components, every other last thing. But it takes time. It takes a lot of time to get the make of a sneaker and track that down. And if you're on the command post here and you're the commander, you don't really have that luxury right now. What you want is fast information that you can act on now that might identify the abductors now so you can rescue Nancy. So it's much more valuable if a neighbor says, yeah, I did see a guy laying back there, walking back there. In fact, when I was walking my dog, but it was 6 o'clock on Saturday night. Okay, well, that might center you to go back there. Maybe you can pick up a clue or something back there. You want to exploit real-time information that you can use to identify somebody. And we're correct in describing all those clothing leads, and they're real, but they're just really slow. It's hard. If they result in a tip where someone says, oh, that jacket my boyfriend wears. Well, that's good, real-time information. Oh, yeah, well, what's your boyfriend's name? So now we can do something. So that's the kind of information the command post has to prioritize, real-time, actionable information, so we can save Nancy. Just to close, on the DC sniper case, I put pictures of all the victims on the command desk, all the victims in the case, and said to all the commanders, you know what, these are here because this is the main thing we're here for. We're here for these people and to stop the next killing. And you've got to keep Nancy in the front of your mind. This is about Nancy. And that's why, the power shifted. These guys need to release Nancy, and the commanders need to operate in real time.
This is about an 84-year-old woman who is the mother of our dear friend and our colleague, Jim Kavanaugh. Thank you. If anyone out there has any information, I will say it for the umpteenth time today. Do call. Contact the FBI tip line, 1-800-CALL-FBI, or the Pima County Sheriff's Department, 520-351-4900. You can also report tips to 88crime.org.
Wash your mouth.
I am obsessed with Nature's Promise at Food Lion.
Me too.
It's made with all these fresh, wholesome ingredients. Oh, taking your mom game to the next level. Look at me, I'm like Mom 2.0. 2.0. Whoa. Okay.
Activia deliciously supports gut health in 1, 2, 3. Gut friendly with daily nutrients. Helps digestive health. Yeah, I'm doing it. Probiotics by the billions. I'm not new to it. Activia, your gut is where it all begins.
No more gross cold medicine.
We all want you to feel better.
I want extra TV time or I'll walk.
Introducing the only children's medicated soft chew for multi-symptom relief. Try Mucinex Children's Mighty Chews in new cold and flu.
I'm Jamie, founder of Ring. Our latest invention, Retinal Vision. AI tuning delivers ultimate clarity for unmatched security. Protect your home like I do with Retinal Vision on new 4K cameras and doorbells from Ring. Shop now at ring.com.
Pum, 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 que me tiran flow, y con todo este flame no puedo parar. Todo caliente con alcohol, yo tengo de soltar un aroma especial. Pum, 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 que me tiran flow.
Turn up the flavor in every sip. Café Bustelo está aquí.
How to find the right car for you. Go to cars.com. Look at the car you like.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Find your next possibility on cars.com.
You come around with your hands in your pockets and baby, I've been thinking too much, but it hurts, don't lie.
Jared Jewelers. Enjoy 20% off store-wide.
It's bow time.
The Bojangles Chicken Rice Bowl is back. Get dirty rice, slow-cooked Cajun pintos, cheese, and your choice of chicken for just $7.49. But order now. It's only here for a limited time.
I'm just going to cut this off right here. Thank y'all for being here. Like, share, subscribe. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.